Husband set up a camera to see why his wife kept locking one drawer every night, but what he saw was not what he expected. James and his wife lived a quiet life in a small house. Everything seemed normal, but one thing felt strange to James. Every night, his wife would go into their home office and used a small silver key to lock the bottom drawer of her desk. She always made sure she was alone and no one watched her. At first, James thought it was just work papers or bills. When he asked, she smiled and said it was nothing. After that, she became more secretive. James became curious. One weekend, while she was away, he set up a small camera and hid it behind a book. That night, she returned home and locked the drawer like always. The next morning, James checked the video. At 10:14 p.m., she opened the drawer and took out a small box. What she did next left him shocked. The wooden box held black and white photographs. Each photo showed a small child, a young boy. In one, he was playing in the yard. In another, he sat on a swing. One picture showed him holding a teddy bear. Next to the photos was an old stuffed toy. There was also a bundle of letters tied with a string. His wife picked up one of the letters and began to read it slowly. She wiped her eyes. James didn't know who the child was. He had never seen these photos before. The toy and the letters were also new to him. He sat back, feeling confused and emotional. Later that night, James spoke softly to his wife. He asked her again about the drawer. This time, she told him everything. Before they met, she had a son. He had died from an illness when he was only 3 years old. She never spoke about it, not because she didn't care, but because the memory still hurt deeply. The drawer held all she had left of him, his photos, his favorite toy, and the letters she wrote to him every year on his birthday. It was her way of staying close to him, a quiet moment to feel like he was still there. She wasn't hiding a secret. She was holding on to a memory. Every night she would open the drawer, read one letter, and sit in silence. Then she would put everything back carefully and lock it. James felt both sadness and love. He never expected this to be the reason. From that night on, she no longer sat there alone. On her son's birthday each year, they sat together at the desk. They read one of her letters, looked at the photos, and shared a quiet moment of love and remembrance. The drawer stayed open from then on. Sometimes they placed fresh flowers next to the box. Other times they lit a small candle and simply sat together in silence. That quiet space became a place of peace, healing, and love. Over time, they even added new things: small drawings, a paper boat, and tiny notes written with love. And the bond between them only grew stronger.